coffee, got my paintbrushes. Oh, I've got a little dog down here called Mr. Wilson who I'm looking after today. He's here with me. Right, let's just wet all this. There we are. Lovely jubbly. Right, I've got some nice cream colour on, so I'm going to bring that in from all angles. Yeah, from all angles. My cream colour there, something like that. Right, I've got just coming down here. There's a bit of a jobby there. There's another one there coming slightly in front of that one. Then there's a nice another one there, like that. So these are my little contours of the land now, where I'm just popping in. And then here, I think I want to just bring that in like that. And even some swishy bits down there. That's that. Lovely. Jubbly. Right. There. That's done me. Right. Wash my brush. Let's have some. I think I'll use some cerulean blue, because that's a really, really cold blue. So it works brilliant for this sort of thing. There, so I'll bring some of that in, bring some through there, and into these bits here, blend them in with some of that, over at jubbly, in here like this, into there, into these contours. This is the contours of the land. I say contours because I'm following these contours down, you see, and them colours are just mixing lovely like that. Look, watch my brush. Now what I can do while I've got this brush just clean water on here now is I can do a bit of softening in. Soften some of this stuff. There, that's nice. Soften some of that upwards. There. I think I'll leave some of them drippy bits in, look quite nice. I think I'll leave them. I could have a dry and re-wet, but no, I think I'll just keep going. Just keep going wet in wet. Right, I'm gone for a darker blue now. This would be ideal with like a cobalt's quite a fairly cold blue, or an ultramarine's probably slightly darker. So we can use a cobalt and ultramarine, or whatever you've got. Any of your blues that look slightly darker. I don't know what you've got in your palette, and it's not going to make a massive difference to your painting what blue you use. So if you want to use a cobalt, use a cobalt. If you want to use a ultramarine, use an ultramarine. Use what you want. It's like this. You could be on a scene like this, painting a scene like this, and it could be lovely. Most perfect scene you've ever seen. There might be a tree smack bang in the middle there, and you think, oh no, it's ruined it. It hasn't ruined it, just leave the tree out. The same with this. If you're thinking now, oh, that blue looks horrible what he's using, that don't matter. Use a different one. None of this is what you've got to do. You can put your little umps and bumps in different places if you want. It's the world this is your own world, like Bob Ross used to say. This is your world. And he used to say you can move mountains, but you can't, because there ain't no mountains in this one. But if there were, you could move them. Right, I'm going to do the same again. Clean my brush. I'll do a little bit of softening off. I hate cleaning my brush because it's like washing paint away. Sometimes I scrape all the paint out the bottom of my tub and stick it back in my palette, just mud. And then when I need some mud, I still use it. So even that where I've cleaned my brush don't get wasted. Like that is taking tightness to an all new extreme. But yeah, Bob Ross used to say it, and I'm saying it. The world is your lobster. You can do what you want. You can put what you want where you want, and you can use what colours you want. So if you prefer a different colour to this, then just use a different colour. Right, I'm looking at that now, and it's looking quite nice. Just wondering whether to do even darker in them skies. I'm going to add a little bit of burnt umber and Payne's grey mix into this, just to give me that little bit of might snow a bit more sort of look to it. Payne's grey and burnt umber, just a little bit. And that's what I'm thinking then. There, that's nice. If I can get some of that then into some of this earthy stuff, just to give me some even darker bits. Thing is, the darker colours you use in places, the nicer, brighter colours you get where your white bits are. So you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. So if you use some nice dark colours, it makes your whites look a lot brighter. I've got a tea towel here, so when I'm swishing this brush in water, you can hear me swishing my brush. I'm dabbing on a tea towel. I'm not these. If you're using one of these brushes, Ike brush, right? You want a tea towel to keep dabbing on because they hold that much water. When you get used to it, controlling them, the most amazing brush. But before you get used to controlling them, do what's called a nightmare. There, look at that. That's nice. That is. I'm well pleased with that. Well pleased. Right. So now, is that? I hope that's still. What I'm going to do, I'm going to wet this brush and leave it quite wet, and I'm going to try. I've got some spray, a spray thing, and I could have done with it, but you know what? I've left it in my van, so I'm going to have to re-wet my paper like this. What's not a problem? I need my paper wet because I'm going to do background trees now, you see. But this can help smooth stuff out when you do this. So, right, let's get the old vigor brush. You know what? I'm going to mix up because these trees now, what I'm doing now, are in background. So I'm going to have tiny bit of burnt umber, tiny bit of Payne's grey. I'm going to have quite a bit of blue in it. Let's try that. See what that looks like. So you've got to be quite quick because you can. I'll just wet this paper, but it will dry again quick. That's looking nice. These are supposed to look like distant trees. What's a long way back? I think I is achieving it. There we are. More water, even more water in this paper. I want a soft look. I wish my paper were a little bit damper, to be honest. I wanted a softer look than this. But never mind. Right, now I'll tell you what I'm going to do with that. Let's get some twiggly bits on. Just like that, look. They're all twigs and stuff off these leaves. See how it's cutting through there and leaving them little white lines? That's looks quite nice. Didn't particularly aim to do that. Just happened it. So that's like what Bob Ross used to say, happy accidents. If you haven't watched him, watch him. He's a oil painter, but you can still learn watching. You can watch different people and still learn stuff. Right. Stick some more trees in there. So they're my distant trees. There, look. You can even do that, look. You can do that. See that? It's giving me some red. Because that's only going dead fine, look. Can you see them tiny little marks it's leaving? A tiny bit more on my brush. There. See them tiny little distant marks? All that stuff. All that. Right. Let me look at me picture. Right, let's get some more colours in there. Some closer trees. I'll add a bit less blue in these. I think I'll make these my medium ground trees. So these still, look at that. That's nice. Still nice and soft. That is, look. So that's there. Wilson. Sure up. That's there. Through here, look. Through there. These are my medium trees. Not quite as far back as them others. But they're on it, look. Look at that. They look faint. Wilson's having a fit. Well, that's a bit weird because they look fainter than some of the others. But this will all come together I'm not even going to bother with all little twigs and branches on that, so I'll just get my rigger brush and just do that again in a minute when I get so far. I'll do it now. That's my twigs and stuff off that. This is all distant, so I ain't got to go mad with details and stuff. I can do that, look. Cut through them bits. That's my branches off them. Yeah, look at that, I look like ghostly looking there. Brilliant. This is snow scene, by the way. This is all snow. So, alright, tell you what I'm going to do at this stage. I'm going to get some of that blue, some of that brown, a touch of that black, so I've got a mixture of them all on my brush. You know what, I'm going to just flick some paint on top of this picture, like that, just to build up some texture, just bits of twigs and sticks and branches and stuff. Try and just get them top bits if I can. There. Quite like that. That looks nice, doesn't it, I think? Hopefully. There. Just build up some more stuff in there. Right. That's that. Oh, let me have some more coffee. Well, only 11 minutes. Right. Right, we're coming closer now. Looking at all this snow, right? You ever shoveled snow? Probably have, when it's on your drive and you can't get your car out. It weighs a ton, right? And I've often thought, snow, when it snows, how heavy it is when you're shoveling it. Well, does it make the whole planet heavier when it falls? Because it seriously is heavy. I've often thought, does it actually make the world weigh more? And if it does the world sort of move? Does it like drop its position in the sky, what it's floating in? Do you know what I mean? Just made me wonder. Oh, that's a tree there. I'll have another couple here. These are big chunkies. Proper big chunkies, these are. These are pushing them others back. So these are proper big chunkies. I've got Bont Umber, Payne's Grey, blue. So on there. Whatever blue you've got in your palette. Same way I'm saying Bont Umber, Payne's Grey, just a brown. It doesn't matter how mine's my brown, my blue's Payne's Grey, but just a brown colour. Let's have this one. Slightly thicker paint, slightly darker colour, and just come up in front of that one. Can you hear Wilson groaning? You miserable old git. You're up, Wilson. There, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Let's have another one here. Stick another one in there as well, a slightly thinner one. There, that's looking nice. And then because these are a bit closer, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some Pacific branches on these. There. Some Pacific branches on, look, so you can see that. See what's what, look. Some off that one there. This one's behind that one, so it only goes to there. There we are. Oh, wow. There, that's looking good to me. Right, I'm going to nick some of this paint from here. Why not? I'll just pop in some little... I just drip that paint around there like that. Just pop in some more little twiggy bits. There's going to be all twigs and sticks and bits of plop and stuff around here. Plenty of stuff around here doing what it does. I keep getting my paint from there, look. Borrow my paint from there. Don't waste paint, look. If it's there blobbing up, use it. That don't matter, you could dab that away if you want. There we are. That's another load done. Right. You know what? Because I want a really thick tree in this front ground. I'm going to give this a dry now. drying it, and I thought actually I only need this side dry. This side can do what it wants. Right. Coffee good. Right, I need to crack on because I don't want to take up all day your time. Right, I'm mixing Burnt Umber, Payne's Grey, and even though we're closer, I might pop a dab of that blue in as well. Just a little dab. See if it's in all others. Right, let's curl this. Let's have this tree coming up out of there. See how thick that paint is, and that's what's making that now look much closer. Let's have that come in there like that. This is a big tree. There, look at that, that's nice. Curve it out a bit there, curve it out a bit there. Fill it in, boom, 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 boom. So actually I'm going to have my light coming in this way, so tell you what, let's get a bit of this Payne's Grey and just darken this bit down on that side. And pop a bit of texture in like that. Nice. Oh, let's squeeze some paint out of that brush. I hate wasting paint. There we are. Some of that paint out. Not wasting no paint. Right, nah. Regard brush. Let's get some little twig coming off there like that. Oh, that looks nice. See how these twigs work, look. See how I'm doing them. If you want them wobbly, you can hold your... Let's do one here, look. You can hold your thing right at the end. Push it close, like, see how that's... And then gradually take it away. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying by that? So I've pushed it close. And then gradually... So I'm like... Press down hard. And then gradually come away to get them thin bits on the end. I think... Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Say a little one here. Alright, see I push close, look, curl it down, and then come to a point like that. I left a little gap in that one, but I'll fill it in. There, that's it. Now if you want some control, you hold it lower. There, so that's that. Well, I'll tell you what I will do. I don't need much control for this. Just same again, some little twigs and bits and bobs. There's going to be all sorts of stuff poking out through this snow here. All sorts. There, that's probably enough. There, nice one. Now, what I could do is pop in here and have a few little bits of stuff like that and all. I suppose this is dry, is it? Oh no, get a few bits in there and all like that. Look at that. That always looks nice. A few scratchy bits. I thought that would be too dry. This bit I dried thoroughly, so I've got no chance. But I could put some extra dark ones in there. Might look better with some dark ones on one side and some scratchy ones on the other. There we are, that's that. Right. Tell you what, yeah, I know what I'm going to do now. Time on 18, I need to move quick. Right. What I'm going to do now, I think, I'm tempted to put some little bits of, I could have done with some really little fine bits of, let's have a go. Just little fine bits of stuff in this background to represent some of these twigs and stuff. Something like that. That's just to represent these little, all your little twigs and things, what's on the end of, like even there, you'd probably have a few little twigs on the end of there, you know what I mean? There's some little bushy things down there, just to represent some of that bushy stuff and that. Something like that. And what I could do, I could get my finger and do a little bit of finger painting, you know, like when you're a child. And you do a bit of finger painting at play school. Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? See, I think it's dead hard to do this stuff. It's nice, finger painting. Right, now, time to grow up. Right, well, I've done that. Splash some water on. Right, I'm going to get some designer's white gouache now. Put a bit I don't know, a bit of snow or something. Maybe there's a bit of snow falling, or maybe it's just bits of texture. I don't know, whatever you want it to be. I'm just splashing some on. I did this on my other one and it just looked dead good. So I'll add it to the atmosphere. I can splash this everywhere because it'll not show up down there, but that'll not bother me. Right, I think I need some more water on it, to be honest. Let me get a bit more water in my mix. It's not splashing enough. If it's not splashing enough, stick some more water on it. There, that's better, look at that. And just splash that everywhere. Gertie D's going to kill me, making a right mess. Oh, look at that, that's nice. Oh yeah, Gertie D is definitely going to kill me. And this goes all over wallpaper and everywhere. I hope she don't watch this video. Gertie D's my mum. I live here with my mum, Gertie D. My stepdad, arthritis, and my stupid dippy stepbrother, Dippy Doofus. There we are, look at that, little snow everywhere, look, snowing. Oh, I love that, that looks wicked. Right, tell you what, I had a right mess everywhere doing that. Right, let me get me, I think, third dryer, and then I'm going to add some little bits of snow perhaps in little places. So look, I'm going to pop a little bloke in and all, I reckon. We've got time. See how that fades a lot as it dries? That's what happens with designer's white gouache, it fades in. So usually, if you're sticking your gouache on, do it dark, thicker than what you want it. Right, so I'm going to do that now. Mix a nice thick wash. I'm going to come into these bits here and just pop some snow. Just resting in these little cracks and on top of some of these branches. That should look pretty good. Just sort of use your brain, innit? Use your brain and put it where it'd rest. I mean, use your brain. Don't sort of stick it on something that's curling down where it'd fall off. Use your brain. Use your brain, innit? These bits are quite misty back here, but there'd be some little bits in there, so put some blobs in there, a few blobs there, look at that. There'd definitely be a few bits and bobs stuff in here, I think, where there'd be little bits of stuff collecting up. Look at that. Oh, ho, 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 yes, that looks nice. So maybe some of these pieces sort of back here, stick some little bits of snow resting on stuff, look. A bit in there, just, you might not see it on every little bit. Some would be lumps that had fell off and stuff. Maybe there's some, maybe even up here you probably stick some little bits of stuff in, and some of these background bits, there might be little twigs and stuff knocking about, look, like that. I think there would be I think there'd be some little twigs and things knocking about with bits of snow balanced on them, so we just stick them in here, there and anywhere like that, and just get a couple more just around there, little twigs and stuff, not particularly going in any direction or out, and just have them just little twigs and bobs and bits and stuff like that. That's it. There, that looks nice, doesn't it? And a couple more up here. Do them where you want. Do that. Get them in quick. There's some bits coming in front of there thinking about it, won't there? Of course there would. Bits down there. There we are. Right, let's now get a couple more. I keep looking and thinking I need more bits. Let's plop in an ickle bloke. Ickle bloke with ickle dog. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do him in silhouette. think that's my bestest bet. Do him in silhouette. Let's have him. But it's quite far in distance, so let's have him about there. Make him quite big. Tell you what, I'll have a dark side to him there, and dip in some water and bring this side a bit lighter, like that. That's it. So it looks like same in arm there. Let's give him a little walking stick there, like that. Look, and then quite light. There's going to be sort of a little shadow coming off him, I think. There. That's it. Oh, we're going to need a little heat on him. Put a little heat on. That's it. Now, definitely going to have a ickle dog with him. There's a dog's legs. Like I've got a little dog here with me. I'm looking after little Wilson. Pop him an head on there, look. Just pop shadow under there. Bring that across. Make sure this shadow's quite watery. Stick in some water. There. Shadow probably be a bit lighter than my dog or my swamp frog. I call him. There. That's my bloke and a dog walking through. Let's get some really watery paint. Just need a few little bits of some footsteps, perhaps. Maybe they've left some footsteps through here and all. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they've trunched through there like that. Look, and left a few footsteps. Does that look like footsteps? I don't know. There, some footsteps. Give that a little dab there, because that's quite far back, so they won't stand out loads. Right. All I'm going to do now, I'm only doing this because I like it. Just try to flick, it's not working very well. Try to flick a bit more paint on, just because I like it, I like doing it. Try to flick a bit more on. Try to flick a bit doofus. That's my stepbrother, a bit moron. Flick a bit doofus. He's a moron. If he watches this, he gonna kill me. Look at that. Oh, I showing everywhere, look. And then just cause I know that that's gonna dry, faded back a bit, I'm gonna get some little blobs, thicker bits, and just pop a couple in by hand, just like that. Just a couple, because I know that's going to fade back a bit. So these are real thick blobs now. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Look at the state of my hands. Wash them. Wash, I flick it like that. Wash them if I want. Oh, that's a good way to do it. Wicked, wicked. Right. Clean that brush. Stick that brush to soak. Wipe my hands. I need a BD on it. Oh, I've gone nearly half an hour. I painted a version of this yesterday and it took me about 20 minutes. And now I'm here, taking up your time. And it's took me nearly half hour. It's because I've been enjoying myself splashing about. Let's put BD in it. D. Not going to bother with Peter and Paul. They are there. My two bods what fly around. They are there, but somewhere flapping about. I don't know where. They're in there somewhere, but you just can't see them. Just thought, there, look. A bit of snow on his head. Let's give them a little dark side to him. There. Oh, wow. And then just blend it in. I like blending things in. There we are. Jobs are good and see you on the beach. In it.